आजा सांप है. So what we have behind me is a snake जो खाना खा रहा है. मुझे भी थोड़ी देर में खाना खाना है. lot of cool artwork here in Guwahati airport. Babendralay. 600. I have come to Guwahati to shoot 3-minute stories, but there is a big confusion. Those who don't know, 3-minute stories are short documentary films for which companies, non-profit startups, they hire me to make the stories. The whole plan is kind of unclear right now.
ब्रह्मपुत्र ब्रिज शिलोंग जाना चाहिए. इतना अच्छा सीनरी शिलोंग में. एलिफेंट फॉल, शिलोंग पीक, इको पार्क, केव, मनिमा विलेज. हम लोग घूमते रहते हैं, जाते रहते हैं.
Amrit, Vatsa. This was a commission assignment by a company which makes and sells solar lamps. Millions of people across the world have used these lamps to improve their lives. You know, we felt that it would be nice to show how some of these individuals are improving their lives. I had 2 shoot locations. Both of them I was told while in the taxi that they were like about 2.5 hours ride from Guwahati. So no problem there, right? On day 1 I'm supposed to go to Pathshala, come back. On day 2 I'm supposed to Howli. 2 hour up, 2 hour down, so 4 to 5 hours gone in traveling. But you know, that's filmmakers life, we travel a lot. But this taxi guy, he just told me that, hey, these 2 places are kind of very close to each other. Like if you go to Pathshala, you could just maybe stay there, because if you come back, you'll have to pretty much take the same route and go there. And this was new information for me. And as a filmmaker, when I'm going out and trying to make a film, I really don't enjoy wasting my time in doing anything other than focusing on the film that I'm there to shoot. And this particular plan of spending 2 days in traversing the same routes just felt absolutely wrong. So I called up these guys, the organizers, and they said, hey, there is no nice place to stay in Pathshala or anywhere around, so Guwahati is the only place. And I was unwilling to believe it, but well, they were the organizers, so I just didn't argue much. Talking about Guwahati, the first time was when I got selected for IIT, and because the counseling for all the students who clear IIT JEE from Patna was in Guwahati. Probably let me ask Princey if she can find a picture of me in IIT Guwahati that my papa had taken 15 years ago. Wow. Can you hear me? Camera ka fridge mein ek mera album hai. What do you think Princey said when I asked her how I looked 15 years back when I was here in IIT Guwahati? Come on, send the picture. Photo aa gaya. She said I look like a chapad ganju. Whatever that means. Maybe a handsome Chapraganjo. If you're wondering why I have my headphone all the time, yeah, I've picked up this new habit of listening to audiobooks. I've kind of read 4-5 books in the last 1 week. I will see you guys now tomorrow morning 5:30 AM. There's this thing that people use on YouTube. I don't like it. Let's just think of a nice cut. Ready for the jump cut? If you think about it, someone who has bought a solar lamp just uses the lamp every day. To make them talk about it becomes very difficult. But that's the challenge. जिसको solve करने के लिए मुझे बुलाया गया.
কম আলোতে 36 ঘন্টা চলবে. সূর্যের আলো দিয়ে চার্জ হইতেছে. কম আছে দিদি?
Have enough footage for 1 story, at least decent. Now I need to go and meet some of the specific beneficiaries. I was really excited to meet that first person. It takes a little more than just being told that, hey, there's a guy who uses solar lamp to sell food or snacks in the evening in a stall. You have to kind of, you know, get a little personal.
আচ্ছা सांप है. ধরক বিয়ার না পাটতে वो तो তেনেকৈ থাকোঁতে গুচি গৈছিল কিবা কিবা।
अब इंटरव्यू हो गया, अब मुझे चाहिए शॉट। अभी अगर इसे घर पे है तो क्या करेंगे? फिर आप लोग स्पेस क्लियर आउट कर दीजिएगा, मैं मतलब ऐसे शूट कर लूँगा जो भी ये करते हैं।
মোৰ নাম শ্ৰী যোগেশ্বৰ শইকীয়া। মই এতিয়া বৰ্তমান আজি 5 বছৰমান হ'লে দোকানে চলাই আছোঁ।
2 बज रहे हैं सुबह, मैं 5:30 बजे से तैयार होकर बैठा हूँ और मेरी हालत बिल्कुल टाइट हो रही है। आई थिंक आई हैव इनफ स्टोरी फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट गाय। ऑल ऑफ दिस वाज हैपनिंग इन पाठशाला एंड नाउ व्हेन यू आर मेकिंग अ स्टोरी ऑन अ लैम्प यू हैव टू वेट फॉर इवनिंग टू हैपन, एंड सो आई हैड टू वेट फॉर इवनिंग टू हैपन सो दैट आई कुड एक्चुअली have shots of the lamp actually being used in this guy's stall, and I also wanted to see how the stall was. But because I had few hours, it made sense to me that hey, why don't we also go to that other place today itself. On our way to the second beneficiary of the lamp. So this beneficiary, he or she, I don't know if the gender yet, is a tailor. At this point I don't know if it's going to be an effective story to make.
आपका नाम भूल गया। आपका नाम क्या था?
शिखा।
शिखा। मेरा भी नाम आप भूल ही गए होंगे। बताइए।
अमृत।
क्या बात।
एक बार सुनने वाला बात को क्यों भूलोगे?
मैं भूल जाता हूँ। चाय भालो आज।
बाय। थैंक्स।
Hopefully all of these shots combined together will be good enough to put together a story. You never really know one till you start editing. All that we have to do is wait for sun to go down a bit. The last shot of the day. By this time it had been a pretty long day, and I think by the end of the day I kind of got all that I wanted, so pretty effective day. Alright, so this was the behind the scene for me making a 3-minute stories, actually 3 3-minute stories from one day, technically 2 1.5-minute stories and 1 3-minute stories. Let's not get into technical details. Those who are new to my channel, my name is Amrit. I make such vlogs and 3-minute stories, basically short documentary films on a variety of topics, subjects, issues from across India and sometimes even from different parts of the world. Well, they're not always 3 minutes in length, but I try to keep them as short as possible. Companies, non-profit startups, they hire me to tell their stories or the stories of those they impact so that they can sell more, raise funds, attract people to work for them. And then there is the second type of stories where I go find amazing individuals doing amazing things, and they don't hire me as such, but I tell their stories because I like to do it, and their stories are worth telling. In fact, you can help me fund such stories at patreon.com/Vatsap. If you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. I wasn't always into filmmaking and photography. I come from an IIT business consulting background, but after a few years of job, took a break to pursue other creative things in life, became a wedding photographer. I still shoot at weddings across India. There is something beautiful about creating art from weddings. There is something beautiful about creating art from anything. If you like my work and want to keep in touch with my vlogs, my documentary films and other such cool stuff, follow me on YouTube, and see you next time.